Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jasodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tera Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari 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 Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yasodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tera Vanachari Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Stotra Srimad-Bhāgavatam Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai Granthara Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai Shri Shri Lakshmi Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki jai Srila Giriraj Krishna ki jai Shri Shri Radharaman Ji ki jai Gauru Pramanande Hare Hare All glories to assembled devotees Hare Krishna All glories to assembled devotees Hare Krishna All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. So I welcome Suswagatam. Today is there any special day? No? No special day. Okay. Arey, the garland makers, I think everybody's head must be chopped off. We have so many manjaris there. The manjaris and make the garland. Oh, alaj. क्या रे डॉक्टर शुभेंदु हैं पहले से बुद्धि क्यों नहीं हो रहा था हैं Okay, so what is most pleasing to Krishna, we must do it. Tulsi Manjari garland is the best for the Lord. First Tulsi Manjari garland, then lotus flower garland, then any white flower, fragrant flower garland. In that order, Krishna likes. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 3, Krishna is the source of all incarnation, text 41. Tadidam grahyayamasa. Tadidam grahyayamasa. Sutamatmavatamvaram. Sutamatmavatamvaram. Sarvavedetihasana. Sarvavedetihasana. Saram saram samudrutam. Saram saram samudrutam. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Śrī Vyāsadeva delivered it to his son, who is the most respected among the self-realized. After extracting the cream of all Vedic literature and histories of the universe, men with poor fund of knowledge only accept the history of world from the time of Buddha or since 600 BC. Prior to this period, all histories mentioned in the scriptures are calculated by them to be only imaginary stories. That is not a fact. All the stories mentioned in Puranas and Mahabharatas, etc., are actual histories, not only of this planet, but also of millions of other planets within the universe. Sometimes the history of planets beyond this world appears to such man to be unbelievable. Like, for example, Trikuta mountain, which is there in Shvetadipa, that is in Kshirasagara, where Lord Vishnu resides. So there we saw how Gajendra fought with the crocodile for 1,000 years. Okay, so this is something that people think, oh, this is some imaginary. No, anything that is, there are so many topics being discussed in other planetary systems in our scripture, and that has to be understood with a proper perspective, proper understanding, proper hearing, then we will be able to appreciate. But they do not know that different planets are not equal in all respect, and that therefore some of the historical facts derived from other planets do not correspond to the experience of this planet. Considering the different situation of different planets, also time and circumstances, there is nothing wonderful in the stories of the Puranas, nor are they imaginary. We should always remember the maxim that one man's food is another man's poison. We should not therefore reject the stories and histories of Puranas as imaginary. The great rishis like Vyasa had no business putting some imaginary stories in their literature, like the story of Manigriva and Nalakuvara. So they were actually in the Lord Shiva's abode, Kailasa, and there in Mandakini, they were sporting with other girls, being naked, and Narada cursed Manigriva and Nalakuvara. So it looks like humanly story. It is not a humanly story. This event occurred actually in Kailasa. I cannot go in my body, this body, and I can see what's happening in Kailasa, because in Kailasa mountain, which is the abode of Lord Shiva, you need a different kind of sensory perceptory system to be able to appreciate what is there in Kailasa. But experience-wise, it will be similar. Okay, but we need, you go to Goloka Vrindavan, same thing. You will see Every day, early morning, everybody gets up, they take bath in Yamuna. That's what in Vrindavan everybody does. But in Goloka Vrindavan, you will have a completely transcendental body. But the sensory perception content is completely divine there. Whereas sensory perceptory content here is mostly mundane. In the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, historical facts selected from histories of different planets have been depicted. It is therefore accepted by all the spiritual authorities as the Mahapurana. The special significance of these histories is that they are all connected with the activities of Lord in a different time and atmosphere. When Jarasandha attacked Mathura, Krishna went out of the gate because he didn't want Jarasandha to enter inside the Mathura gate. So this is the duty of a king. King is so conscientious of the peace of their population that citizens, that they don't want citizens to be disturbed or distracted or tortured or in any way they should be put into any kind of inconvenience. So Krishna went out and he's seeing Jarasandha is coming with 2.5 Akhavani military phalanx. Okay. So Krishna immediately meditated. He doesn't have to meditate, he just thought, and then there itself, the black horse and white horse. And all the weapons, divine weapons that Krishna has, all arrived there with the horses. Okay. So they look like humanly, but they're not humanly. In the sense, these events do not happen within our mundane space and time. See, mundane space and time also has a variegated structure throughout the universe. The mundane space and time that is there in earthly planet is different because earthly planet space and time is subjected to 4 yugas, but the heavenly planets, they don't go through these 4 yugas. The special significance of this history is that they are all connected with activities of the Lord in different time and atmosphere. Srila Sukadeva Goswami is the topmost personality of all the self-realized souls. He accepted this as the subject of studies from his father, Vyasadeva. He was actually into absolute Brahman. That is, Sukadeva Goswami had no mundane sensory perception system because he dwelled in Brahman from the birth. So he would not take interest in Mandakini river within the Kailasa or Kshirasagara in Shetadipa, the churning of the great ocean. He would not take interest in describing the varieties of planetary systems that is there in 5th canto of Bhagavatam. No. He is taking interest because everything finally is connected to Krishna. Cream, it is Srila Vyāsadeva is the great authority on the subject matter of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Being so important, he delivered the message first to his great son Srila Sukadeva Goswami. It is compared to the cream of milk Vedic literature is like the milk ocean of the knowledge. Cream or butter is the most palatable essence of milk. एक क्रीम क्या होता है? बटर है. क्रीम क्या है? हैं? वो तो बटर है. तो समझ में आ गया आपको? बना के देखा है? क्रीम बनाया है? बाजार में जाके खरीद लेता है हैं? और वो साउथ इंडिया का देखो. साउथ इंडिया everybody is interested to eat cod, but in South India nobody is interested to protect the cows. गोपालन नहीं चाहिए. We want to enjoy cod rice. We want to enjoy curd, milk, all these things we want to enjoy, but no protection of the cows, no rearing of the cows. Huh? Cream or butter is the most palatable essence of milk, and so also is the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, for it contains all palatable, instructive, and authentic version of different activities of Lord and His devotees. There is no gain, however, in accepting the message of Bhagavatam from the unbelievers, atheists, and professional reciters who make a trade of Bhagavatam for the layman. It was delivered to Srila Sukadeva Goswami. He had nothing to do with the Bhagavat business. Did not have to maintain family expenses by such trade. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam should therefore be received from the representative of Sukadeva, who must be in the renounced order of life without family encumbrance. Milk is undoubtedly very good and nourishing, but when it is touched by the mouth of a snake, it is no longer nourishing. Rather, it becomes a source of death. Similarly, those who are not strictly in the Vaishnava discipline should not make a business of this Bhagavatam and become a cause of spiritual death for so many hearers. In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that purpose of all Vedas is to know Him, and Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is the Lord Sri Krishna Himself in the form of recorded knowledge. Therefore, it is the cream of all Vedas. It contains all historical facts of all times in relation with Sri Krishna. It is factually the essence of all histories. Thank you very much for hearing this wonderful purport by Srila Prabhupada. We need to know that Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam has wonderful, wonderful stories. And before I go, because we will only stop in this particular verse today, I'm not going to talk other verses, just this verse only. I promise that I'll tell you a story. And this story is very wonderful because in 1996, Prabhupada Maharaj had visited Pilani, and there is a boy from Andhra Pradesh. He used to play mridanga, and some 6 months or a year or 2 years back, he contacted me and said, "Sir, I'm in America and I'm practicing Krishna consciousness." And so that fellow asked Maharaj. Maharaj gave the class and said, "Maharaj, I want to hear a story about Krishna." So Maharaj told the story. Stories like this. In Odisha, every village used to have Bhagavat Mandapa. In Bhagavat Mandapa, normally a Brahmin Pandit was very clean, and they normally have memorized the entire Bhagavatam. That was something beautiful. Earlier time, there used to be many people in Odisha, they used to memorize the entire Bhagavatam. And this Bhagavatakar was narrating a story. And in that congregation, so normally this Bhagavat congregation starts around 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the night. When people are done with everything, so they come and they listen. So that time, a thief entered into the village and saw that people are all alert because Bhagavat Katha is going on and people are coming and going. So he thought this is not the right time to steal. It is better everybody goes to sleep. So then he saw that everybody has gathered in a very big place. Everybody is together. So he also sat there and started yawning because he had no interest in Bhagavatam. Suppose I have to switch on here, Prabhupada Hare Krishna Kirtan, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So after some time everybody will sleep. What is happening? Why Bhagavatam is not happening? But people are not able to realize that Prabhupada's Kirtan, chanting, contains all Bhagavatam. Because that requires a different plane, access to a different plane when you can appreciate this beautiful Kirtan, the beautiful chanting. So similarly, this fellow, this thief, Bhagavat Katha is going on, he is not able to follow what's happening because he has no interest. So he is yawning there, sometimes dozing off. And here Bhagavat Katha is going on. So in some context, just like this boy asked Maharaj, please tell me a story of Krishna. He said. And so this Bhagavatakar started narrating Krishna. Varaha Pida Natavara Bapu Karnayo Karnikaram Bibhradvasa Kanaka Kapisam Vaijayantim Chamalam Randhran Venuradhara Sudaya Purayan Gopa Vrindair Vrindaranyam Sapadaramanam Pravisanti Gita Kirtihi. So Braha Pida Natabara Bapu Karnayo Karnikaram. So as Krishna is getting ready for what? Early morning, he has to go. Where? For grazing the cows. So as he has to go for grazing the cows, who is the most busy person on the earth? Who was the most busy person? Yashoda. Because she has to properly bathe Krishna, feed Krishna, do Sringara to Krishna, put nice ornaments to Krishna, and she must look the best personality. And Mother Yashoda, the busiest person, she has put the best of the ornaments, the armlet, the bracelet, the necklace, everything very nicely. So this Bhagavatakar is describing the way Yashodamai is ornamenting Krishna. Because Krishna has to now go for grazing the cows. And when he's hearing, the thief is hearing, this necklace is made up of Vaidurya Mani or lapis lazuli, there is a pearl necklace, there is this and that, and and the bracelet and armlet made up of diamond and gold and whatnot. Then immediately, this fellow who was dozing up, something that he was interested is being discussed. Wonderful, wonderful. So his eyes got wide open, his ears became wide open, and started hearing what's happening. Okay. So, and Baijayanti Mala, the mala that never fails, always fresh. And as the Bhagavatakara is describing Krishna's beautiful body, beautiful ornaments are being placed by Mother Yashoda one after another. Oh, this thief was thinking, I have come to a right place. This is where I should be. And after Bhagavatakara described Krishna's beauty and Krishna is about to depart for the forest, he raised his hand. Who? The thief. Bhagavatakara said, who is that fellow? A dark fellow, and almost at the back is asking question. Normally in Bhagavat Katha, those who are Sudras and others, they will sit at the outset, right? And they will do their all nonsense. So normally nobody would ask question from that side. The front benchers, they would ask question. But today is a backbencher, is asking question, something surprising. So he said, where can I meet this Krishna? So he says, he is always there in Vrindavan. Where is Vrindavan? Oh, you want to go to Vrindavan? Yes. Say, then you have to take a train. You board the train from Baleshwar, and then you directly reach Delhi. And from Delhi, you have to take probably another train and reach Mathura. Get down from there, take a tanga, and reach Vrindavan. And the forest, you will find Krishna. Immediately, he forgot that he has come to steal. His target became Krishna. And whatever he has heard, all the beauty of Krishna is continuously coming to him, because he should not forget that he is bedecked with peacock feather, he has a curly hair, and the yellow dhoti that he is wearing, and the Kaustuba jewel. Everything he's remembering about Krishna, because he should not forget. In fact, he has taken noting down, and he's always thinking, who is this Krishna? And it's a very good, nice person to meet him. So, and this person has taken next day early morning train to Delhi, and from Delhi to Mathura. And in Mathura, reaching there, he asked a question, I have come here to meet Krishna. Oh, you want to really meet Krishna? People thought probably he's a very great saintly person, right? Because nobody comes here and says that I want to meet Krishna, right? Nobody. So he's saying that I want to meet Krishna means, he's a very, very important person. And they said, go to Vrindavan, you will surely find him. He is always there. So he took a tanga and reached Vrindavan. And in Vrindavan, he looked at, and he saw that everybody is chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hardly there are people, there are kolahala, there is no crowd, nothing in Vrindavan. It is just serene, peaceful, everybody is chanting. There are kunjas, there is Yamuna, there is nice breeze, and there are beautiful forests. And, he came there and he says, what I'm going to do here, Then he went and finally found somebody is walking on the street and said, sir, I want to meet Krishna. Oh. So he looked at the sun and says, oh, this is now exactly 10:30. So most likely he will be in this particular forest. Please go in this direction and take a right turn and then go a little farther, and then you see Yamuna there, and along the bank of Yamuna, most likely if you shout him, shout Krishna, Krishna, then he may appear, and it is up to your luck whether you can make it or not. Good luck. Because there are many people, they want to see Krishna, they don't see Krishna because Krishna is not visible to everyone. And this person went exactly, he saw whatever this person told is exactly right. He went right and saw beautiful forest, and then he took little turn, and then he saw there is nice Yamuna, nice breeze, very intoxicating. He had never experienced such mode of goodness atmosphere. And then he saw nobody. Then he chanted loudly, "Oh Krishna!" And then all that he could hear is the echo sound from the trees around. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. And from here, the thief is saying, "Oh Krishna!" And then all that he could hear is Krishna, 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 the echo sound. And this is all happening. And more than half an hour this continued. And this person is thinking, Krishna is there or not? And exactly when he was about to lose his presence, Krishna appeared the way he was described by the Bhagavatakar in Odisha. And when he saw the beauty of Krishna, it matched exactly like the Bhagavatakar has said. So he was fully convinced, yes, this is Krishna. And his eyes immediately entered into all those beautiful ornaments. So the thief has a great day today, he thought. Okay. So all his effort from Odisha, the remotest place, to Delhi, to Mathura, to Vrindavan, it is worth taking journey. And finally, he is going to fulfill his desire. The most precious jewels of Krishna he is going to steal. Right? So Krishna is the master of all thieves. And this person, he thought that he will steal Krishna, he will rob Krishna. But anyway, so the thief started talking to Krishna. And Krishna, with a very charming smile, reciprocated with him. Dear friends, you have come from such a long distance, you must be feeling very hungry. Why don't you take a bath in Yamuna? I'll make some arrangement for nice foods for you. So this fellow was a very dark, very dirty. And as soon as he entered into Yamuna, he came out, looked very fresh. And when Krishna gave him some fruit and he ate, it looked like a very transcendental taste of the Goloka Vrindavan. Immediately, this fellow forgot any tired fatigueness, the so-called, the passion to rob Krishna. Rather, what was the intention that became spiritualized. And there was a nice conversation between Krishna and the thief. Thief learned the dincharya of Krishna. What he does early morning, what does Mother Yashoda do, and how, every details Krishna talked to thief. And thief is getting first-hand confidential information about Krishna's dincharya in Nanda Bhavan, first-hand information. This is amazing. It's amazing the thief is getting this. And after some time, it appears that as if, the thief is there for a moment, and suddenly he's seeing sun is about to set. And Krishna said, "Hey, Kya re Mukunda? Hein? Bhai so mat re. Sa, what I was saying, I got derailed. If you sleep, close your eyes. Krishna said, my cowherd friends are waiting. If I don't go, they will cry. Because by playing my flute, I have to call them one by one in Terkadam. And then we will go together. So please, excuse me. And the thief was thinking, oh, I came here to steal. So I've not done my job. So then he said, the thief, out of spontaneity, not spontaneity, with some reservation, he said, can you share one of your necklace with me so that I can have a good look at it, and tomorrow I'm going to return. Anyway, I'll be here. So then Krishna says, no. This is not mine. All these ornaments are of Mother Yashoda. I need to have her permission before I can give you. But you have asked me today, so surely I'll ask her permission tomorrow morning. If she says yes, tomorrow I'll surely give you. Bye. Hare Krishna. And Krishna vanished. Thief was lamenting what he is going to do. Whole night, what he is going to do. All that, the charming beauty of Krishna has so much enchanted him, so in depth, that he was completely absorbed whole night. No sleep. But good. Complete remembrance of Krishna. Early morning. He didn't go anywhere. He just stayed there. And early morning he took bath in Yamuna. And like Krishna is Banamali, so he also tried to dress like a Banamali, cowherd boy, and dressed himself such that he thought that Krishna will be pleased to see him like that. And waited for the next day when Krishna is going to come. And Krishna didn't come. 8:30, no Krishna, because Krishna has told that he will enter into the forest exactly 8 o'clock. But 8:30, he is not seeing Krishna. 10:30, no Krishna. So again he did the same thing, loudly chanting, Krishna, oh Krishna. And then there is only echo, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. And exactly same way, again Krishna came. He said, sorry dear friend, I got delayed because you see, today we had a specific program of picnic, and I have to, give proper association to my friends, and after that I'm coming here. So anyway, and now seeing Krishna the way he was, the thief was more attracted to Krishna naturally than to his ornaments. And the conversation, instead of happening over his different ornaments, which he asked yesterday, that what this ornament is made up of, from where Yasodamai got it. So those discussions are no more there today. It's all about sweetness of Krishna. And so when we conversed, and again the time came for Krishna to depart, Krishna said, now time has come for me to return. But then he said, my dear friend, I have taken permission from Mother Yashoda, and you can take this necklace. When Krishna lifted that necklace from his body and wanted to hand over to the thief said, no. This looks most beautiful only on your body. Please keep it like that. So this is Krishna. If we can really, really meditate on Krishna, He is spiritually so transplendent, so attractive. And to understand this subject matter, we have to go through Canto 1, Canto 2, Canto 3, Canto 4, Canto 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like that. We have to go through these cantos. And finally, we have to perfect our life to reach 10th canto to hear about Krishna. This is Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam gives us the most confidential knowledge about the absolute truth. And what is that most confidential knowledge? Most confidential knowledge is to reveal absolute truth as Krishna. You know, all over India, people know Vishnu is God. But nobody knows Krishna is Adi Krishna. Krishna is Adi Vishnu. That nobody knows. So this, and it is not very easy, you know, when we are attracted to sex life, to intoxicant life, to the modern life of wine, woman, and meat, we can never understand what is God. Forget about Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam is meant for those who are already not suffering from eating, mating, sleeping, and defending. If we are suffering from eating, mating, sleeping, and defending, then we cannot enter into Bhagavatam. And by hearing Bhagavatam, anyone can become liberated and Paramahansa. And any questions that a spiritualist may have, all answers will be found in Bhagavatam. That is the beauty of Bhagavatam. So, thank you very much, my dear friends. If you have any question, please ask. I had a very short class today. And if you have any question, please ask. I am going to... Many questions because I have a lot of today. Jivnes, in one of Janmashtami, this drama was performed in IITK. Sai Sara Prabhu did the role of thief. It was one of the best drama. Thank you, Jivnes. Chiranjit Roy, why Krishna acts so differently to people? Thief was very much attracted to Krishna, but washerman of Kamsa was not attracted to him. It all, you see that even if you have little attraction for Krishna, you can be purified. But the washerman of Kamsa was envious. And, Prabhupada says in Braj, nobody cares whether Krishna is God or not. They just love Krishna. Anybody who would love Krishna, he will attain pure devotion to Krishna. It is not that I will love Krishna if I know that he is the absolute truth. Krishna is so sweet. Just think, have you ever heard about a person so sweet than Krishna? Please tell me. We have heard so many personalities. We have heard about Lord Shiva, we have heard about Lord Vishnu, we have heard about Brahma, we have heard about Indra, we have heard about everyone. But who can actually be better than Krishna? Just think about it. So if somebody is still not able to get attracted to Krishna, he must be a worm inside this tube. Next. Rupali Salunke. Today is Mahalaya Amavasya. Is there any significant reference you have given in Bhagavad Gita? Mahalaya Amavasya. Today is the end of Pitrupaksha. You know that this Pitrupaksha is the Shraddha time. When people during the Pitrupaksha, if you do Shraddha means you offer bhoga to Vishnu, and the remnants of that bhoga should be offered to your forefathers. So then they will be, your forefathers will be elevated to Pitruloka. Pitruloka is the place where Yamraj resides. Okay, Yamraj resides in Pitruloka. It's a very beautiful place and very, very a place almost like, there is no disease. You won't have any disease in Pitruloka. You will not have any old age in Pitruloka. So today is the last day, end day of Pitrupaksha. But we are not here interested in Pitrupaksha. We don't want our forefathers to go to Pitruloka. We are interested, our forefathers. I would like every one of you perfect your life and take all your forefathers back to Krishna Loka. Why Pitruloka? Pitruloka also, if you go there, you will die one day. In Pitruloka, death is there. There is no disease and there is no old age. But suddenly there is death. So after death, what will happen? Again, you will come back. Again, take another body. So that is why everybody must go back to Krishna Loka. That should be our target. So thank you very much, everyone. Hare Krishna. I'll see you today again in the morning, in the evening. We are reading about Haridas Thakur pastime. So how he was beaten 22 marketplaces yesterday. So that topic we are discussing tomorrow. Yesterday we discussed that. Today we will discuss in the. We'll continue that discussion. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki, Shri Lakshmi Narasimha Bhagwan ki, Srila Giriraj Krishna ki, Gaur Pramanande Hari Hari.